We're going to create a 2-bar Apple loop from the drum track song stem, Come Play Your Part from the Music Counters In project. Once you've correctly aligned the separate track recordings, it's important to adjust the song project tempo. I used a Boss Dr. Beat tap tempo function and worked out that it was approximately 80 beats per minute, and I used a piano keyboard to work out that it's in the key of F major, so I played along with the recording. So I'll now select the drum track up here and then open it in the track editor region and align the playheads and then set the play position, so we want it just before the drums come in. Let's have a listen to it.
Let it out, let it surround you. We're gonna shout, we're gonna sing, let the music give us.
So I've soloed that track there, and as you can see we're going to try to get the start of 14 to 16. Now there's a little upbeat there, and we want to get the downbeat as close as we can. So under the control menu there's a snap to grid function which is turned on, which is good. If we just select split there, it looks like it all lines up very well. However, as we zoom in, you can see that there's a portion of silence just before the downbeat. And this is critical that we try to get that as accurate as possible. So we'll go to the edit menu and select undo and turn off the snap to grid. And now we can nudge that a little bit closer and get as accurate as we can. I'll zoom in a little bit more using the zoom control under the region editor. And there it is. As close as that one there. We'll just pull it back a little bit. There it is. Now we go back up to the edit menu and select split. And of course there are keyboard shortcuts if you want to use them. And we'll zoom back out. Listen to the rest of the loop, and we want it to stop about there. So we'll align the playhead approximately, then zoom in, and then move the playhead as close as we can to that downbeat. There it is there. And go edit split. Now we'll just play back that little region. And now it should cycle. You can see the loop function working there. And I'll just try to get the 2-bar loop into the middle of the screen. Sounds like it's looping correctly, which is exactly what we want. An Apple loop contains tempo and key information that allows the loop to be able to change its speed without changing the type of characteristic in the sound. To do this we have to create a new track, and in this instance here it's open the track information. We'll turn on the loop browser because this is what we're going to have to drag the new loop into. We'll set up the column view just here. I'll drag the 2-bar progression that we've created out of the drum track and onto the new track. Align the playhead to measure 3, check that the snap to grid is turned on. Now it looks like it's pretty accurate, but precision's really important because if it doesn't line up, it won't be able to be an Apple loop. It'll just be an audio recording, a single shot one. I've gone a little bit over the end there just to exaggerate it. I drag it to the loop browser and you can see how it's grayed out. That means it's not accurate enough. So I'll pull it back to exactly the beginning of the 3rd bar, drag the loop back into the loop browser area, and this time around the loop should say that it's an option. There it is there, the blue radio button. So I type in come play your part, and then we're going to use the descriptors. So it's drums, and we want to have rock and blues, I'd say, and it's going to be grooving, and followed by it's a drum kit, so we'll select that. And we haven't finished off typing in drums, so we'll type that in, and then we select create, and then this information gets stored within the database of the loop library, and eventually we have, and there it is, the come play your part drums. I'll just drag that in underneath the original loop extraction we've done, and you can see they're different colours. The blue clearly indicates that it's a Apple loop. As we adjust the tempo, you can see that the audio recording the original loop drum extraction is moving relative to the beats per measure. above, and the Apple loop doesn't shift. We can drag that out and as it is a loop and adjust the tempo. We'll make it faster, and because it's an Apple loop, the tone of the sound should be the same, but it should play faster. You can use this process on any audio recording to create an Apple loop. It's just that song stem projects are a good place to start for creating single instrument loops. Often though, you can have exposed sections in any audio recording. So start making your own loops and really get creative with GarageBand.